Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. Good to be here. Ah, it is good to be back on live again. So I have I've been kind of busy. So today was a bit of a rough day, honestly. I had a lot of issues with being able to stay feeling well after a bit. I don't know if it was just the weather or what, but something hasn't been agreeing with me recently, and I fell asleep when I got home from a men's breakfast this morning and didn't wake up until like 6:30 this evening, and I was not ready to stream at that point. So, but I'm here. I'm not going to be on long, probably about an hour, but I'm here. It's good to see you all. Good to be here. Good to just enjoy each other's company for a little bit. I want I want to talk about a few plans I have for the immediate future when it comes to content I want to create and things that I want to start doing. So starting Tuesday, because tomorrow and Monday are going to be my off days for the weeks. Um, I will stream Tuesday through Saturday, 7 p.m. to whenever. I will try and make it to where 7:15 is the start time for the stream, and I will just start the countdown at 7 p.m. so that you guys can get on here when you want. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that you guys know that first off is that that's the plan for the streaming schedule is that we're going to have it Tuesday through Saturday, so 5 days a week, 7 p.m. So there's that. The biggest thing with this is I want to emphasize a few things. Um, I will be playing some games, but I want to focus the majority of my content on, of course, making um, making content that I can give you guys more than just on stream, you know. So giving you guys some relatable content during the stream, everything else, just a few different things. So why is my lighting not where? There we go. All right, studio. I think this is the key light that I know. No, that's the wrong light. Okay. Fill light. Let's turn it off. There we go. All right. I was wondering what the light balance was on the stream. Now we got it fixed. Now we got it fixed. But I do apologize for being late. It is good to be back. It is good to be on here. Like I said, I don't know that I'll be on long, but we will see how long this goes. One of the major things I want to do is I want to talk about what kind of content you're going to get from me. I'm going to be playing mainly, I'm going to be doing a challenge run of Wuthering Waves during the gaming portion of my streams, which is probably going to be the second half. So I will start out with some either reaction videos or commentary or something or other else that I can also record while I'm live. And then the second half of the stream, however long the stream it lasts, I will likely only use about an hour for the reaction bits at the most, and then I will try and use the rest of the stream and play some games, chat with you guys, enjoy enjoy gaming, just enjoy streaming with you guys, having fun, stuff like that. So that's the plan. I wish I had the money to be able to get a third monitor set up in here, because right now I've got a 2 monitor setup, and while 2 monitors is great, I'd love to have a third monitor. That way I can have dedicated space for my stream management software and my chat, and then another for other other displays and stuff, and then a third one just for the game. That way I can have everything in its place without crowding anything out, because I feel like I'm having that problem with some of these issues, is that they're becoming way too crowded with how everything is. I don't know how to fix that though. That would be a that would definitely be a just get a vertical monitor mount for 2 monitors. Place the 2 monitors I have now on that, and then get a third monitor, preferably a little bit larger, 32 inch, and have that dedicated for my game. There is a $50 monitor that's available on Facebook Marketplace right now, but unfortunately, I don't have that kind of cash. So, wish in one hand, wish in one hand. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be part of the stream, and I'm glad to be able to have you guys here with me. It's all good. It's all good. So, it's a great day to just be alive and to praise God and to worship Him for who He is. Speaking of which, I do plan on making some videos for content on YouTube. I really fleshed out a really good idea for a testimony type video that I'm going to film and then hopefully post later this week after I've edited it, because I know you guys may not like Chat GPT and AI and stuff, but I personally enjoy seeing how it can enhance my creativity while not replacing my creativity, if you know what I mean. I don't use it to create the ideas. I use it to flesh them out, to just give them more, more emphasis or more weight behind them, So it's not like I'm personally, just stealing AI ideas and using them for myself. It's more of just learning how to best, I don't know exactly how you would put it, use the tools that I've got at my disposal and go running with them, because that's really what AI is. It's a tool. It's a tool. Hey guys, I appreciate the 2 lurkers. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad to have you here. On TikTok anyway. It's good to have you here. Yeah, it's just a wonderful night. Live chat instead of top chat. Maybe I'll see something actually here on YouTube chat or whatever. Users in chat. Broadcaster, Wandering Wind 71, and then owned.pro. Oh yeah. My whole setup here, that is owned.pro. I will be making a sponsored segment that I can put in my videos for these people, because I might have gotten this for free, but I am planning on paying for it as soon as I get the money. They are a really good service for streamers on a budget that just need a decent setup of whatever kind, If you're looking for like high-end graphics or something interesting to put on or whatever, they're the kind of people to go to. And I really enjoy it. I really like it. It's honestly, it's a lot different from what I expected. I expected it to be low end because, my experience is I use stuff like Streamlabs or Stream Elements, and while it looks all right, it's kind of just I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like some of the things in Stream Elements is almost too basic or too busy even, because you have some of the animated ones and they seem to have way too much going on all at once. which, I mean, yes, you got the animated background on this, but if you really look, you can see that it does still have valuable elements to it that make it good. And of course, it's fully customizable. I can get rid of the little thing down there if I want. I'll probably actually do that. I'll get rid of the, because this frame down here is supposed to be the webcam frame, and then this is supposed to be like the capture your screen. I'm probably just going to get rid of that, resize this to where it's a bit bigger, move these title cards to where they're all aligned on the bottom, and then move the chat to where it's overlaid on top of the camera, so that it's all just kind of a more unified look, but it's also less busy. If you can, if that makes any sense. I mean, I don't know. I might not be making any sense. Let's be honest. Hey, Axel, good to see you. Good to see you. Glad to have you back. It has been a while. I tell you what. Oh my goodness. I have not seen you on the chat in a while. Then again, how long has it been since I've been on live in a while? Like what? 3 months at least, if not more. I don't know. I mean, I've just been kind of I've tried to find myself, and I've kind of gotten there with a lot of things. So I'm learning how to be more of a moderated kind of, well, not moderated, but milder mannered kind of streamer, instead of being more of a always worried about the numbers kind of streamer. Because that's what I was getting bogged down by, you know. I've been at the YouTube thing for 9 years, and I don't even have 10,000 subscribers, and that was starting to bum me out. And then I had to finally get off my butt and realize, well, you know what? What you haven't done in the last 9 years, you haven't taken this seriously. I mean, not really. Yeah, I've managed to do some good things. Yes, I've managed to have some viral videos, but what did I do afterward? I didn't do anything to follow up to make it a reliable or a reasonable path forward beyond just that viral moment. So what I want to do is I want to get back on the horse. I want to start doing more to actually be the kind of content creator I always wanted to be, which is someone that produces the content that you guys want to watch even well after I posted it, and the kind of person that produces content that actually has value, not just, well, here we are. It's another awesome video from Gregory. Because, you know, while that might be okay, that's not exactly above standard, you know. There are thousands of people that are doing the same thing with streaming, making content, making posts on Facebook or wherever. And I want to do my best to not do just that. I want to do more. So I've got stuff I want to do to fix a lot of the issues with my setup, and then we will move from there. Because 2024, 2024 was a very mediocre year for me. I've had better years with actually creating proper content. If you look at the stuff I've made in the last year, it's been kind of crap, if I really want to be honest about it. It's been kind of crap. So I want to do better. I want to make more content that's more valuable, engaging, and longer lasting beyond just a moment. And I don't want to focus so much on current events. I want to focus on eternal things. I want to focus on who God is, who is he to you and me. What does he want to do with us? Here's a snippet of a what do you call it? Script that I came up with thanks to the help of ChatGPT. And it's basically this idea that, okay, so here's just a little teaser of that, all right? I'm someone who's turned pain into purpose, and now I'm building a platform where faith storytelling, and bold truth collide. I don't just create, I proclaim. Whether it's a sermon, a video, a podcast, or a pixel perfect thumbnail, everything I touch carries a message. There's hope, there's truth, and there's a reason that you're still here. I've got the heart of a preacher, the mind of a strategist, and the grit of someone who's been through the fire and came out ready to light the way for others. So that's just a snippet of what I've been working on. But I'll tell you what, the fact that that sounds fire, I mean, literally fire, is just amazing. I mean, I haven't written like this in years because I haven't had that drive, that passion in at least a couple of years, because I've been so bogged down by, oh, well, the world is horrible. Oh, well, my numbers are going down. Oh, well, who knows if I'll ever make this into a career. Honestly, at this point in time, I don't care. If I don't make it into a career, then I'll make it into a ministry. If I don't make it into a career, I'll at least make it into something that can bless somebody else so that they can carry that message forward. I don't really want to give up on God. I don't want to give up on what his vision was for me. You know, he pulled me out of the fire. He gave me a foundation to stand on. This is the core right here about my message. Unshakable faith forged in fire. I don't just believe, I endure. When life gets brutal, I hold the line not because it's easy, because it's not, but because God never left. He never left me. I've walked through valleys, stared down storms, and instead of breaking, I built something with his help, something that echoes hope, truth, and purpose for anyone else that's still standing in the fire. I'm not just surviving, I'm speaking life into the broken places in the world and showing that even in hell, God is still good, because he is. There's no better chance in 2025 to be able to help and proclaim the message of the Christ and of his gospel than right here, right now in 2025, with the world going to hell and the darkness overcoming a lot of areas of our lives. The light needs to shine just as strongly, if not more so. We have to hold the line, because that's where faith is forged, in fire, in trial, in temptation, in the darkness. We shine as a hope of what is to come, not an example of human strength, but of God's strength in our weakness. That's the thing. So if I'm truly going to do this, if I'm truly going to proclaim what God has given me, which is hope, future, light, life, breath in my lungs every morning, just because I'm one of his, then I don't need to care about anything else in the world except for that. Jesus Christ and him crucified is who I confess every morning, every day. And so anything else is fair game. You know, you can take me, you can break me, you can mold me, you can shape me, God, because I want to be used by you to give the truth to those who need to hear it. And that's my basic message, you know? So this year, I mean, I'm starting a bit late in the year, but let's be honest. I had a moment of weakness. I had a moment of struggle, and I had a moment of discouragement where I had to say to myself, do I truly believe the things I say, or am I willing to just say I'm a fraud? Because if I'm willing to say that I'm a fraud, then I need to get back to Jesus. And if I truly believe the things I say, then I need to be able to actually say them and mean them. I don't need to be the next Billy Graham, the next Billy Sunday, the next Charles Stanley, whoever. I need to be me, because my story, my message is what God is using. And if I can't be me, then my story has no weight. Not despite my physical appearance, but I mean, my story has no weight if I don't have the conviction to share what I've been through. And that's the same for you. You might think your story is not that important, not that fancy, not that highfalutin, but you know what? Your story holds weight because it's what you've lived through. We talk about in recovery a lot. Lived experiences carry weight with the sufferer and with the still sick because it helps them understand they're not alone. And I do the same. You know, whenever I come online, whenever I post a video, whenever I go live, I know that the biggest and most important thing is sharing truth with someone who might still be suffering. That might be you, that might be someone that you know that you shared this with. But either way, I need to be able to be confident that no matter how I come across, no matter what I say, as long as I say the truth, God will use it for the glory of his kingdom and the benefit of those who need healing. Because that's the thing, recovery isn't just for the addict. It's not just for someone who's got a needle in their arm or got a bottle in their hand or got a pack of pills in their back pocket. It's for the people that are struggling with sin, who have struggled with sin, or who are struggling with trauma and pain that they can't let go. And God is saying, here, let me carry the load with you. Not for you, with you. You know, some things we ask him to take away, he takes away. Some things we ask him to carry, and he stands by our side. He carries the load. He shares the weight, not because he can't do it by himself, but because he wants us to grow through the experience, whatever it is. You know, we lack a lot of understanding sometimes in how God works. We think, oh, God doesn't truly love me because if he did, he would take away this horrible pain, this horrible sensation, this horrible spiritual weight. And it's like, God does love you because he's willing to say, I'm here with you in the fire. I'm here with you in the darkness. I'm here with you in the struggle because I care. You know, one thing that my life has taught me is that when you're going through hell, keep going. You know, the reason why I say that is because when you're going through hell, when you're going through a difficult time in your life, you don't want to sit and camp in the struggle. You don't sit and camp in the valley. You keep going to the next mountain. You don't keep going because you necessarily know what's coming, but because you know to stay where you are is to stay stuck and to get worse. You know, I had to get over myself and finally realize that despite the fact that I didn't want to do the work, if I wasn't going to do any work, I was going to stay stuck and sick and I was going to die. That was the biggest thing. God told me, I have plans for you. You can't change them, and you can't change how much I love you or what I'm going to do with you. You just got to keep going. And I said, okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Despite the fact that I don't know what the heck I'm doing half the time. Because I am me. If you've met me before, you know I am not very world-wise. I'm not very street smart, as they say. I'm more of a book smarts kind of guy, and even that is debatable depending on the day. But I am so glad to just be able to share what is going on, what is good, and what is pleasant and what is pleasing to the Lord, because at the end of the day, I'm just his mouthpiece. I'm just one person telling another person, here's the answer because here's what God did for me. You know, and I don't have to be some great evangelist, some worldwide famous preacher, some multi-billionaire televangelist or whatever. I just had to be me and be willing to say, here's what God did for me, and here's what he can do for you. And that's all that you need to know. So if that's the only thing I do in my life, I think I'm doing pretty dang good. I really do. Because God has used a whole lot less intelligent people in life to do great things. He used Moses to lead his people out of Egypt. He used David to slay the giant Goliath, and then used him to lead his people as a king. He used tax collectors and former Christian killers to preach the gospel and share it with the entire Middle Eastern world and even further. And at the end of the day, all I can say is God is good and God does more than I could ever ask or imagine in my life because he is who he says he is. He is Alpha and Omega. He is beginning and end. He is the source of all things and he is the finisher of all things. He brought us into this world and one day he will escort us out. And that's awesome. So I'm glad to be able to share the blessing of being able to know my Lord and Savior with the world. I am. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing what I do. Thank you so much, Axel, for being a supporter and being an awesome person. I appreciate you so much. I do. Um, it's good to see you back. It's good to see you back on the channel. It is. So I want to ask you guys, what has been the most important thing for you in just continuing your growth as Christians? If you are a Christian, I mean, I know not everyone is, but I know that there are a lot of people that are Christians that just don't share their faith, which I think is sad because I think we should be willing and able to be more bold even in these days with what we believe and why we believe it. So, I mean, if you are a follower of Christ, I appreciate you being a follower of his. You are an amazingly powerful testimony. Your testimony is powerful because it will reach people that mine can't, that others can't, that there there's just so many things that um that do not we take things for granted sometimes. We do. We are so bogged down by the cares of the world and by the worries of this life that we don't always understand just how much our testimony and our message matters, you know. And I think it's important that we share. You know, the best way to evangelize is just share what God's done for you. We had our church does an evangelism training event every month. Well, a lot of the local churches do. We do it all together. And today it was our church's turn to host the event. I didn't get to go there because I was at the men's breakfast that we have every month. But in this training, it's called Revive, and it's in a lot of different states in the United States. Last I heard, it had been at least in most of the Midwest. I'm not sure. Anyway, so here in Ohio, we have Revive Ohio, and in this program, we teach people how to basically break the ice by asking one thing: how can I pray for you? And that's important because honestly, they don't care about what you know until they know that you care by asking what their need is so that you can pray for that need. You know, I have prayed for more people in the last couple of years just on the street than ever before. And I think it's a wonderful thing to know that at the end of the day, I can pray for you and show you the love of Christ, even if I never get to know your name. Because some people, they don't share their name. They just say, nope, I'm going to be happy to just say, this is my prayer request. Please pray for it. And that's fine. That's fine. I've had people that have done that. You know, they'll say, I need prayer for my schooling, or I need prayer for my kids because they're going through a tough time, or I need prayer for an upcoming cert, whatever. And I'll be like, sure, I'll pray for you. I will pray for you right now. And I'll pray, Heavenly Father, this is their need. Help them through it. Give them the strength to continue on, and let them know that you love them. And that's really all I need to do. That plants a seed in the mind of a person and lets them know that despite what they might believe about themselves, because I'll tell you what, there are a lot of people that believe that based on the world's words against them or words about them, they will believe that God doesn't love them, because if the world doesn't love them, why would God? And that's unfortunate, because God is a whole lot better than any of us could ever be. I say to myself a lot, if I am the mirror of Christ, how clean is my mirror? If we are to be image bearers of Christ, how clean is our mirror? Because I'll tell you what, an image bearer is just a mirror. And if you're looking at a dirty mirror, it can't show anything. You have to be willing, and you have to be able to say, okay, what is cluttering up my life? What is dirtying up the mirror that I need to clean off so that I can better reflect his nature and not my own? And it's not that it's a works thing. It's just being self-aware so that you know how to pray and ask God to help you clean up the areas that allow you to shine his image better. I personally, I ask God every day, God, remove any baggage or bondage to myself or to my past or anything that gets in the way of showing your image to the people around me, because I don't want him to be obscured by my baggage. I want him to be glorified through my sharing and through whatever it is I do. I want him to get the glory, not me. He is king. I'm his servant. He is Lord. I am blessed to be his. That's all. And if that's the only thing I ever get across to myself or other people, I am glad. I am glad. It is a wonderful thing to just be able to belong to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and to be his witness in the world today, because we don't have enough of those. We don't have enough voices crying out in the wilderness saying, hey, look, there is hope. There is light. There is love. There is peace. You know where you can find it? Jesus Christ. And we don't have enough people saying that. We have so many people saying, oh, well, this group of people is the problem. That group of people is the problem. We're not the problem. And I'm saying, you know what? Everyone in the world is the problem, because we're all falling short and imperfect, Alice Cormack, good to see you. Thank you for being you. Sending all my love. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And why is my chat not showing up? I'm going to have to fix that, because that doesn't look right at all. Let me see. Let's go here to owned.pro, my overlay thing, and then we will see what happens with this, if we can figure out why the chat isn't showing up on screen. Because I'll tell you what, I don't want this to be an issue if it doesn't have to be. Okay, so own.pro/dashboard. Might take a minute. Wonder why. Wonder why it's taking forever. Huh. Weird. For some reason, oh, here we go. Finally. My scenes. Pure. Let's see. Talking scene. Supposedly it's it's working, but I really do doubt that. I like gonna have to make sure that we don't have an issue with this whole thing. Let's see. Display chat for Twitch and YouTube. And there we go. So save it. Okay. Okay. And let's see. It's 2:50 in the morning in the UK. I've got your stream on while I fall asleep. Hope that's okay. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. Glad you're here. Huh. Weird. It is definitely not showing up. Well, it was working. Just a couple of days ago, it was working, and now it is. Huh. Strange. Strange. Let's see. It's the free chat box widget that I've got on. Well, I'm definitely going to have to work on that because that doesn't look good at all. Copy overlay URL, foreground stuff. And then just go ahead and add another browser layer and paste. Oh, really? How to use the overlay URL. Browser source. Foreground layer. Oh. Paste. There we go. And then maybe that'll help. I don't know. Probably not. Go to here. Test. Nope. Okay, well, I guess it just does not want to work correctly. Don't know why. Basic chat, maybe? That might help. Maybe in Twitch. Maybe it works with Twitch. Ah, there we go. So it works with Twitch. It doesn't work with YouTube. All right. Well, that ain't good. That is not good at all. Gonna have to fix that somehow. Well, I guess if nothing else, I get Twitch chat showing up, which is a good thing. Definitely glad to be here though. Definitely glad to be here. How wonderful it is to just be able to see you all, you know. It is good to see you. Yeah, I don't know why my YouTube chat will not show up at all. That will be something I will have to seriously work on getting fixed, because that's not good. That's not good at all. Platforms, Twitch, YouTube. And then for whatever reason, there's supposedly a third platform that's selected, but I can't see it. Huh. Weird. Oh, it's probably the owned.pro platform themselves. Maybe. I don't know. It's good to see you all here. I am glad to have you here. 3 viewers. Nice, nice. I wonder if a certain pastor is in the chat tonight. Probably not. Yeah, it's YouTube. Yeah, you on the overlay it's not showing up. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I might just have to use a different overlay than this. There's a lot of technical stuff I'm still trying to work on. It's all right. It's all good. Either way, I am glad to see you're on here, although honestly, we both should probably be getting ready to wind down for the night. You got to preach, and I've got to wake up early so I can be ready to go. But looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Pastor. Good to see you. I was just saying something about, I wonder if you're in chat. Oh boy. So, oh wow, it's almost 10 o'clock. Dang. I should probably be getting to bed, or at least getting the last stuff done before I go to bed. Oh boy. Remind me to try to not stream at 9 o'clock at night. Oh boy. Oh, picking up a kid at work. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you're still able to do stuff like that, you know. I thought they both had cars. Or had cars that they were allowed to use. I guess not. Either that or one of them is like, no, I'm not driving at night. Which, you know, fair enough. I don't like going around at night anyway because I can't see at the time. Blind as a bat, even during the day, and at night it's worse. So I get it. But yeah, it's wonderful to see you. I'm definitely going to hop off here in a minute. Just probably going to try and figure out this whole overlay situation, and then that'll probably be either a quick fix or a detailed deep dive. Either way, I will see you in the morning, Pastor, and I will see the rest of you next Tuesday, because again, Sundays and Mondays are my off days for streaming. Take care, guys. I will see you again soon. God bless you all, and thank you Oh yeah, I'm glad I'm streaming too. So much better to be back to being productive and being part of God's work in the world. That's the thing. I had lost my way when it came to why I was doing this. I was so I was so worried about numbers and watch time and everything else instead of just focusing on how God can use me to reach others. And so now that I'm back to a solid understanding of why I'm doing this, the numbers don't matter. The quality matters, of course, but the numbers, whatever. It will be what it is. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here and for being part of my day. I do appreciate you all. Um, take care, guys. I will be glad to be back again soon. Where is my ending stream thing? Oh, there it is. There's the ending overlay. Take care. God bless. Oh, darn it. I forgot to resize this.